Good evening. Alexia here, TSC News. Hardy's Gunsmiths on Alderson Road, Highfield, Sheffield, was broken into 10 to 1 last Friday. Andrew Coy, 33, of Eldon Court, has been charged with aggravated burglary, possession of a shotgun, possession of a firearm, and appeared before magistrates just yesterday. Anybody with any information about this, ring 101 and quote incident number 26 of April the 3rd. Thank you. The Humane Society International have contacted all governments around the world, calling for an international and immediate ban on the trade and transport and consumption of all animals and birds known to contract disease. Here's the very letter, look. Describing the wildlife markets as a petri dish for the next global pandemic, the Humane Society International, in their letter to Cabinet Ministers this morning, insists the wildlife trade must be permanently banned, including for food, medicine, fur and pets. Following on from last week's story, the BBC have quite rightly apologised to the Game and Wildlife Conservation Trust for misrepresenting and undermining their conservation efforts by misreading a spreadsheet from the Zoological Society of London, which led to them claiming only 100 grey partridge were in the UK, when in actual fact the figure is closer to 70,000. And a shout out to our gamekeepers at this time, who continue to trap, feed and control pests without any need for social contact. Supplementary feeding through what is still part of the hungry gap is a duty under many agri-environment schemes. It's also a key element of supporting wild breeding pheasants and red-leg partridges, and a duty under the terms of the Code of Good Shooting Practice. Springtime control of predators like foxes, stoats, crows and magpies is a vital element of good gamekeeping. I'm sure we'll be seeing record numbers of ground nesting birds such as lapwings, curlews and skylarks this year, as well as farmland birds like corn buntings, yellowhammers and grey partridges. It can take many years of hard work to build a healthy population, but just one season without predator control is likely to result in near collapse. Congratulations to Craig Bennett, the new Chief Exec of Wildlife Trusts. He's certainly made his vision clear. He aims to set up a nature recovery work and double protected land in England from 15% to 30%. He wants to reverse the UK's status as one of the most nature-depleted countries in the world, his words, and tackle climate change by restoring peat bogs and salt marshes in order to capture carbon and serve as a flood soak-away. This Holy Week sees an interesting proposal going on throughout the lambing season. Here we have Bryn Lewis and Sarah Powell. Quite a statement there for her. We wish those two all the best. And of course the rest of us are farmers, and we will be mindful to keep our dogs, particularly mindful to keep our dogs on a lead at this time. This week I've been enjoying the isolation packs from Wild and Game, particularly the pies. And we had the lasagna too. I'll be trying out some more of these, I fancy. Now, for licences. I've been in contact with MedCert, which is a group of medics who have set up a private solution to all this. For just £50 you can essentially fast-track the GP aspect. Your GP still shares your records, but MedCert takes over the admin side and leaves the practice freer to focus on patients. Now, before I go, here's some great ways to keep yourself busy this week. National Gamekeeper Organisation has some fantastic resources, as does Basque. There's something for everyone. Take a look. It seems every day's a school day now, and remember to share these things with your friends, including this video. That's all from me. You take care everyone, and I'll see you next news day.